I can't remember the last time I went an entire week without drinking any iced coffee. If I had to guess, it was probably the day I was born. All right, maybe not that long ago. I've been drinking iced coffee almost daily for years now. It's become an addiction. Let's just say some of the ways it's affected my body has not been good. So that is why I am challenging myself to not drink iced coffee for an entire week. If you drink iced coffee almost daily, you know how hard it is to not drink it. It's addicting, it just tastes so good. But again, there's so many negative effects that it's caused me that I've realized I think I have to stop drinking iced coffee, or at least just not drink it as often. Probably wondering what those negative effects are. So I'm gonna start off by talking about that. Number one, heart palpitations. After I started drinking iced coffee, I noticed my heart would randomly kind of just beat really quickly. And I am pretty sure it is because of the caffeine. Two, anxiety. I am a very anxious person, and when I drink iced coffee or have caffeine, I get really jittery and I feel like I just get more anxious than I already am, and we do not need that. Three, stomach issues. I've been having stomach issues for a few years now. I am convinced I have undiagnosed IBS. That's a whole other topic. They started after I gave birth to my son 2 years ago. But I also feel like some of those stomach issues are related to me drinking coffee, because every time I drink coffee, my stomach does not feel good, okay? Caffeine is actually a natural laxative, and trust me, I do not need that. Number four, my sleep. I typically drink my coffee in the morning. If I drink coffee after 1, I notice I cannot sleep at night. That's why when I drink iced coffee, I typically drink it early in the morning, because I know if I drink it after 1, I am not gonna get to bed till 2, 3, maybe even 4 in the morning. And number 5, I feel like drinking coffee daily has stopped me from reaching my fitness goals. I've recently started trying to get back into a fitness journey, and it has not been working out for other reasons, but also I like my coffee super sweet. When I go anywhere, I get a caramel macchiato, and it has a lot of caramel, sugar. I usually get it extra sweet, so that's even worse. But yeah, I like my coffee really sweet. And when you take a look at how many calories a coffee has, it's kind of insane. At one point I had looked it up, and it was 1,000 calories in a large coffee, and that kind of just blew my mind. I know it's so bad, and this is why I am here, because I am aware that it is not a good habit to have. So I want to break that habit, but it is very, very difficult to break. Overall, the main reason why I am doing this is because I just want to lead a healthier lifestyle. I work in healthcare, and seeing my older patients that are 90, still independent, still walking on their own, still being able to take care of themselves on their own is very inspiring and motivating. And I can only hope that as I get older, I am still able to do those things. So what do I expect to get out of this journey? Number one, I think this is going to teach me a lot of discipline and self-control. Like I said, it's been years since I've gone an entire week without iced coffee, and I know it seems like something so small,
just don't drink it.
But again, if you know, you know. It's not that easy. Once you're used to doing something daily, it becomes a habit. And like I said, at this point, I feel like I just need it. I need it. This morning, I was actually already struggling, and I was debating. I was like, should I challenge myself with this? And I almost didn't do this challenge, but I talked myself out of it, because I was like, if I keep on just putting it off, it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna be ready. I'm never gonna want to not drink coffee. So we are doing it. And number two, I am hoping it fixes some of those issues that I mentioned before, like my sleep. I hope I have better quality sleep. My anxiety, I'm hoping I'm a little less anxious all the time. And my stomach issues, I'm hoping I see a difference there as well. And lastly, like I said, I do really want to take my fitness journey more seriously starting now. So that's a big one as well. I'm hoping I just overall feel healthier, lose some pounds. When I had my baby 2 years ago, I gained 30 pounds and I haven't been able to lose it. It's been super difficult. So I am hoping I can lose some weight. And I also want to start working out. That's been a hard one to just make time to work out. But I really want to start working out, get stronger, and just feel better. I am gonna do a before and I'm gonna weigh myself just to see if there's any changes in my weight. Let's go ahead and do our before. This is the before. All right, let's go weigh ourselves. I'm not gonna lie, that number was a little shocking to see. I weighed 207. I have been hanging around like 200 pounds for the last year. So yeah, 207 is a little shocking to see. I did just go on vacation, so I guess it makes sense. That is why we are here, so we can hopefully change some of these unhealthy habits and create healthier habits. It's official, you guys. I went an entire week without coffee and I have some thoughts about it, so let's talk about it. Started the challenge last Sunday. Today's Sunday. We're at a week mark. So I am going to break it down day by day and tell you kind of just what symptoms and what changes I noticed. All right, let's start with last Sunday, the day I started the challenge, day one. So that day, didn't notice too many changes. I would have liked to have coffee, but it wasn't a big deal. No other changes really, which is not surprising. It was just day one, so I didn't expect there to be much changes. Now, day two, that's a different story. It was Monday. I had to work a 12-hour shift. Because I was so busy with work, I didn't really have time to think about how much I was craving the coffee, so that wasn't that big of an issue. But what I did notice was I had a pretty bad headache all day and I was extremely tired. And even saying that I was extremely tired, I feel like that's an understatement. Probably yawned a good 100 times throughout my shift. And by the end of my shift, I was slurring my words. I would try to say something and it just like wouldn't come out. And that is very odd for me, I feel like. I mean, sometimes I'm a little forgetful, but this was different. I was extremely tired this day. And day three, that was a Tuesday. I was off that day. And this day is when my headache hit the hardest. I felt like I wasn't gonna be able to get anything done that day. So I ended up taking Tylenol, and typically I don't really like to take medication if I don't have to. Yeah, headache was really bad that day. Then day four came. That was a Wednesday. It was actually Christmas Eve that day. We decided to have a pretty chill Christmas Eve at home. By midday, my eyes were just closing. I physically could not keep them open. I was so tired. I am not one to take a nap throughout the day. Taking naps throughout the day is really rare for me. I would love to be a person that can take naps throughout the day. I feel like I'd be so much more well rested, but I'm just not. I'm like constantly wanting to do things. This day, however, I took a nap, and it wasn't a 20-minute nap. It wasn't a 1-hour nap. I took a 3-hour nap. This is also the day that I realized that caffeine actually does make a difference. When I would drink it, I think I was just so used to like drinking the coffee with caffeine that I didn't even notice how much of a difference it made until I did this challenge. So then day five came. That was Thursday. It was Christmas Day. I was going to be hosting Christmas. So I woke up that day, you know, thinking I'm going to start getting everything ready. And as soon as I woke up, I was just craving an iced coffee so bad. The cravings were bad that day. Since we were going to be hosting Christmas, we ended up kind of keeping a little busy. I think that helped with the cravings. But yeah, that day the cravings were pretty intense. I didn't have too bad of a headache that day and I wasn't as tired. I feel like I've been focusing on like the negative effects that I had. But by this day, actually pretty early on, I think it was like by the first day of me going without any coffee, I did notice that my stomach issues got so much better. Typically, I would be running to the bathroom, just having my stomach very upset. And that didn't happen. Honestly, I think I noticed it like the first day. So that was honestly really nice. Then day 6 came, that was Friday. So that day we actually ended up going to the store and I came across the prepackaged coffee aisle. So they had a bunch of like prepackaged coffee, and I was just looking at all of it. It looked so good. I really, really wanted to quit the challenge at this point. I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I need my coffee. So I'm looking at all the flavors. They had all like the limited edition flavors out, and I'm just looking at them, trying to see what looked good. They all looked good. As I'm looking at all of the coffee options that they had, I see my husband coming down the aisle. He found me there, and I was kind of just laughing because I got caught. But I decided, you know what? I can't do this. I can't give in. If I give in, I won't ever know what kind of results I can get from giving up caffeine. And then day 7 came. That was Saturday. It was actually yesterday. I ended up working a 12, almost 13-hour shift. I wasn't more tired than normal. I was just kind of like my normal tired. It's a long shift, but nothing like I had earlier in the week where I was slurring my speech. So it was just like normal tired. Craving was there, but because I was busy, it wasn't too bad. I wondered if my body by now was kind of adjusting, or maybe the 3-hour nap that I took earlier in the week helped. And today is Sunday again. We are done with the challenge. I did an entire week of no coffee, which is insane. It was difficult. It was really difficult. I am debating if I should treat myself with the coffee today, or do I just do another week of no coffee? I feel like if I kept this up another week, I could see some good results. Ended up weighing myself this morning to see if there was any difference at the end of the challenge, and there was. If you remember at the start of the challenge, I weighed 207. I actually weighed 203 this morning. I did lose 4 pounds, probably closer to 3 because I didn't have the camera with me when I weighed myself this morning. So probably about 3 pounds, which is insane. It is really difficult for me to lose weight. So losing 3 pounds in a week just by cutting out coffee is not bad. I do strongly feel that drinking that big cup of sugary coffee every day was really just hindering me from reaching those fitness goals that I had and losing some of the weight that I do want to lose. So I wonder if I keep this up, if I will continue to see a drop in weight. So that does make me want to continue doing this challenge. Again, one of my biggest goals in doing this is just I want to be healthier overall. Honestly, cutting out the coffee, I do feel healthier. I do feel like there was a difference in my body. Do I think this challenge was worth it? Yes, I do think it was worth it. My stomach feels so much better. I'm not, like I said, having all of those stomach issues that I was having before, and that is really nice in itself. I also can't complain about losing a few pounds, and hopefully that's getting me in the right direction to reach my fitness goals that I have in the future. So yes, I definitely recommend trying this challenge out. If you do try it out, let me know how it goes. Go ahead and do our post 1 week of no coffee weigh-in.